you're serving, yes, you're eating it. What you're serving, yes, you're eating it. What you're serving, yes, you're eating it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eating the way, serving the old way. Eating the old way, serving the what? Eating the old way, serving the old way. Eating, serving like this. What now? In the name of, 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 in the name of.
Yo, what up? I'm back at you. It's me again, Mikehardtv. We about to get Yo, what up? I'm back. Yeah, we about to get all the way up into the dang on pose. Yes, you know I love this series. I love where Ryan Murphy is going with it. I love the characters, how they are going ham on the motherfucking roles. Like I said, they doing a damn good job, and he's really touching base on some touchy subjects, and I just really enjoy where he's taking this whole series. But before we get into the entire episode of Pose, we're gonna get a big shout out to my dang on family, my subscribers. Yes, love you all. We are over 400 now. We're gonna continue to grow. If you have not subscribed to Mikehardtv, please subscribe to the dang on channel and hit that like and hit that share button while you at it. Alright, so boom, let's get all the way up into the episode of Pose. This first scene right here, you had the house of Evangelista. They were all sitting around and they were decorating the Christmas tree, and pretty much Damon had made a special set of decorations that brought him back to a nostalgic place, and he was reminiscing on his biological family and how he was in part of a play, and his mom had bought like this gold fabric to where he would wear this robe, and you know, he would wear that robe around the house and just kind of prance and stuff, and his father would kind of laugh. And I think that was a nostalgic moment for him, because I think it was one of the times where Damon's like, okay, I miss my family, and at the same time, this is Christmas when I usually spend time with my family, and I remember that moment where my dad just looked at me in the eyes of just, this is my son right here, and everybody just looked at me as me being Damon. So like I say, that was just a real interesting moment right there that they got into. Next little part of that was Blanca was like, you know, everybody give me a gift or something that you want on your Christmas list, and I'll make sure or see if I can get it as long as it's within reason. And so at this point right here, Angel's like, I don't want anything, because she has like this terrible childhood memory where she pretty much was out with her father Christmas shopping and everything, and and she saw this patent leather red pump that she wanted to buy, or she wanted to have. So she pretty much stole the pumps and brought them back to the house. Well, whenever the father found out about the stolen pumps, he wasn't so much mad the fact that she stole them, was the fact that he was ashamed that his son was stealing female clothing and everything. So at that point, he slaps the damn taste out of her mouth and reprimands the shit out of her right then and there. And this is something that's common, that's in minority families and things, where you have any type of young man or young boy that's showing any type of effeminate or feminine characteristic, you know what I'm saying, the father or some type of uncle or manly figure tries to correct it, to try to, you know, straighten them up or whatever, stick your chest out and all that, you know, stop crying, stop whining and everything. So that was a significant moment. It really changed her and her father's relationship from that point on, because he never really looked at him the same or her the same, you know, now, you know, at that point. So, boom, let's move along. They at the ball, and pretty much this whole category is about rocking the furs. So the girls come out in the furs and the minks and stuff. Some look a whole lot better than others. Meanwhile, you got Ricky and Damon. They sitting up at the top, and Ricky's a little apprehensive about walking, while at the same time, Damon's trying to encourage him, because he wants him to be a part of the house of Evangelista, so he can get up off that park bench, and so he can have some dick in the house. Okay? Let's go ahead and catch that. And, you know, Ricky's a little apprehensive, and, you know, after Damon convinces him and gives him a nice little kiss, he goes down there and walks the category. He gets first runner-up, because he was killing it. Pray tell, like Billy D. Williams is on the dang line right here. And he did the damn thing. So I got to give him credit on his first time walking. And he actually won an award. So that was just perfect for what Damon had planned for this whole situation. Meanwhile, Pray Tell announces that there's going to be a snowball at the end of the week, and for all the girls to be getting ready for that. So they go on to the diner, Blanca, Damon, and Ricky. And this is where Damon is pretty much trying to convince Blanca to let Ricky in the house, and you know, because he needs a place to stay. And Blanca's pretty much giving Ricky the third degree, like, okay, you look arrogant, I don't know how you gonna hold up, and where did you get that dang on coat from? And you know, I don't tolerate no kind of stealing and stuff in my dang on house. And he's like, you know, I did snatch the coat, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna prove myself. So pretty much Blanca puts him on a probationary period, for him to prove himself, is he worthy enough to be in her house. And I like the way Blanca's going with this, because she's actually teaching her children the right way to go about doing things, and she's wanting to be an actual positive mother figure versus what Miss Electra is doing with her household girls. Okay, so anyhow, dang on, let's you know, and at that point right there, you know, she kind of lets him in the house, and she's like, you know what I'm saying, you can call me mother. So that was like her little thing where she's embracing him or whatever, but at the same time, she still got her eye on his ass or whatever. So boom. Okay, so this next scene right here was really big, because you got Pray Tell and you got the dance teacher. They're pretty much at the hospital going to go visit patients. They go up to the same floor and they sign in at the same counter, but they go separate ways and everything. And this was interesting, because Pray Tell was going to go visit his boyfriend, who pretty much had pneumonia at the time. As he's approaching the room, he notices that his boyfriend's tray is sitting outside of the door. And so he's like, okay, what the hell's going on? Is this your food? He's like, yeah, if nurse such and such is here, you know what I'm saying, she just leaves it outside of the door. And I'm like, hold the fuck up, bitch. Who the fuck is this damn nurse, CNA, MA, whoever the fuck? Y'all need to be fucking fired, because y'all don't need to be dang on not feeding the people because you're scared to go in there with him, okay? And that was the whole stigma that was going on back in the day. People were scared to come in contact and stuff with the AIDS patients and things. And Pray Tell brings it in there, you know, he's pretty much like, you know, I'm good. And they start talking and going over things and reminiscing and stuff. And it's interesting, because this whole pneumonia thing is a key factor, because it just kind of shows, even though his friend has HIV or whatever, the pneumonia and the secondary diseases is what really takes people out whenever they have HIV AIDS. It's not the actual virus itself, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that, you know, missed their insulin or something like that, or you know, they don't take their blood pressure pills, something like, they could be more at risk of dying a whole lot quicker than somebody missing their HIV medication or something. But like I say, that was a significant point right there, because it just shows that the secondary infections is what's taking people out. So boom, go over to the other hospital room where you got the dance teacher. She's visiting a student as a former student, and he clearly is at the verge of AIDS, where he's actually dying. And so she walks into the room, and he's just dancing, you know, dancing. And as she's talking to him, you know, he pretty much snaps or whatever, you know, and goes through this, like, you know, spazzed out psychosis phase, rips out his IV and everything. And she pretty much had to calm him and get him under control, and consoles him in the bed and everything. And it kind of is just, you got a chance to see the end of the spectrum, what people go through, because he had the dark skin and everything. He had the mouth with the thrush and everything. And so you could really see the whole progression of the HIV AIDS virus back in the day at its end stages, whenever it is actually AIDS. And he was going through the whole, you know, Kubler-Ross phases of dying, you know, the 5 stages of dying. So that was a whole significant moment, and it was nice that she was there to be a parental figure, as we later find out, because that wasn't her son. I thought it was her son at first, but it wasn't. And she consoled him, and she was just being a motherly figure, much like, you know what I'm saying, Blanca is to, you know, the girls. And that just lets you know what kind of teacher she is. She goes above and beyond the call of duty to take care of her kids. And that's what kind of coach I used to be when I coached on the high school level and stuff. So boom, let's move right along. Pray Tell, he's pretty much at his shop, and he's making this dress for Blanca for the ball, making her into Miss Claus. And he pretty much is just like, you know what I'm saying, he had to go to the hospital to visit his friend, and Blanca's like, hold on, what about your friend? You know, y'all were just chilling, you know, having a good time the other month. You know, where is he at now? And she's like, you know, he has pneumonia, and you know, he pretty much didn't want to talk about it at that point. And Blanca's like, oh, hell no, we can talk about it. You know, just because I got this virus don't mean that I should be shunned out, and I haven't had this conversation before with people and everything. And Pray Tell at this moment, he just like, you know, how do you get to know someone whenever, you know what I'm saying, they're constantly dying or whatever. And that just kind of lets you know how rapid the HIV AIDS virus was going through, you know, at that time, you know. Whereas people were just dying because there was no kind of medication, no kind of proper treatment. They didn't know anything about it. And they were treating the people as if they were, had, like they were just beasts or monsters or whatever. And so it was just a sad moment because that was like the end result at that time. We know today they have one pill and stuff like that you can suppress the whole entire virus and live a fully functional life and everything. And he asks Blanca, have you told your kids about your status? She's like, no, I got a mission and I don't have time to put that on them because it's going to take them off of that path and they won't believe in me because they're going to think I'm be gone the next day. And so, you know, that was her whole thing, and she pretty much invites Pray Tell out to the dang on Christmas dinner she was having at the house, amongst her house members and stuff, her children. So boom, let's move along, dang on Stan. He pretty much shows Angel the new apartment and all that. So yes, she's sitting up here living like Wheezy Jefferson, her dang on self. It was a really nice, cute little place. It was already fully furnished and stuff, and she pretty much like, you know, after Christmas, you know, or after you're done with your family, I know you got your wife and kids. Can you just spend an hour with me that evening? He's just like, you know what I'm saying, I promise. And at that point in time right there, they going to the bedroom, get the kissing and stuff. And so now it's about to really go down. And I'm like, yes, dang on Stan, about to get him some little bit of booty or whatnot, suck him some dick, all that stuff right there. I'm like, okay. And that just kind of lets you know he wants to be with Angel because she's a real, you know, she feels like a real person to him instead of his wife. And, you know what I'm saying, he can kind of escape from reality whenever he's with her and all that. So she is his escape and all that. What the kicker was, before they was even about to do it, who had put them damn condoms in that motherfucking drawer? Did he already have that shit set up or what the hell? Because that was her first time dang on being in that damn room. So like I said, that was weird for me. But like I said, they ended up getting it popping and all that. So we're gonna move along dang on at the dance class. The dean gets a phone call pretty much that the student had passed away, that she was pretty much consoling. And so at that point right there, put her in a mood, and she was a little bit upset and sad. And it was just a really big shock to her because I think it was one of her top students and she could really see the potential in him. And now he's gone or whatever. So boom, at the next scene you got dang on Damon at the house. He pretty much teaching Angel, Ricky, and what's my Poppy how to do the whole walk and choreography that he did for the ball this upcoming week, the snowball. And at that point in time, he realizes that he's late for class and everything, and so he ends up skedaddling up out of there and running to class. And as he's in class, he's practicing the stuff and everything. He's going up his ballet and everything, and the teacher pretty much just starts joning in on him. It's just like, you know, where were you? Why weren't you here? And he starts making up all these excuses as to why he wasn't there. And she gives the student as an example, like, he came further than you. Your excuse is irrelevant. And she's like, you know, at first I encouraged you by going to the ballet and letting you jump ahead to be, you know, in front of all the other classmates and stuff. But now I got to shame the shit out of you because that's the only way some people can be motivated. And at this point in time, you know, Damon's really defensive and he's going, you know, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't mean to. I was getting ready for a ball or whatever. And so she's just like, okay, you ready to get for a ball? You're ready for a ball, but is this ball going to get you where you need to be in life? Is it going to dang on, you know, put you where you want to be really? Or is it just dang on for sport and play? And she pretty much kicks his ass up out of class, and it was a really nice moment because she was teaching him the value of commitment and dang on hard work, and if you really want something in life, you really need to dang on go for it and stop pussyfooting around and really be focused on what the hell you want and stuff. And she even makes a quote saying basically greatness comes from a struggle, and it's the damn truth or whatever. Like, you've already been through a hard life. She gave you a chance, and now you pissing on it or whatever. Like, you need to get it together, dude. So boom, let's move along. Miss Electra, she goes to the dang on doctor's office, and she's meeting with Dr. Godfrey, and Dr. Godfrey is a new doctor. She's a holistic doctor, but she's taken over from Electra's old doctor that she hadn't seen since 1979. And the first thing Electra says, you know, when she sits down, she's like, you know, saying, I'm here, but I don't have the virus. So that lets you know the stigma that it was on HIV within its own community. You know what I'm saying, was how the virus was and how people really want to stay away from it. I mean. And so you would think that she would be understanding, but like I say, she was one of those that was on the other side. And you have that in the community as well. So the doctor's like, you know, we want to do blood work, and we're restructuring the whole program and stuff, and pretty much you qualify to get reconstructive surgery, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much go through your full transition. So at this point in time, Electra's like, okay, that's what's up right there. Like, what do I got to do? And pretty much it like, you know, if you come up with the money and you speak with the nurse and stuff, you know, we can have this done before, you know, after the new year. So she's excited and all that. So boom, they at the house. Electra's chilling. Her children come in, the two girls, I don't even know what the hell their name is. They bringing this dang on Family Dollar wreath or whatever, and they talking about they trying to get some Christmas decorations. Meanwhile, Electra starts reading the girls down. It's like, oh hell no, like, y'all can sit the hell down. You know, every dime I get, you know, from my boo thing pretty much goes to you all, and I ain't got no money to put into no dang on decorations and stuff. So she ends up coming up with this damn brilliant idea on the flip side of that for them to pretty much go and rob the Salvation Army. So they pretty much go around to the corner, and I must say, Electra, this is the one of the few times I will say, girl, that red you had on was pop or whatever, because I don't really think you that crew. Okay, so let's just put that out there. They go around to the Salvation Army. You got the first girl, she's the decoy. Then you got the second girl, she's the distraction. And well, the first one's the actual charitable donator, and you know, you got the other girl. She distracts and tackles Santa Claus and the elf, while Electra comes up with some damn wire cutters. Dang on pops the dang on coin jug and takes the fuck off around the dang on corner and her dang on heels. It was funny as hell, but I was just like, girl, how the hell are you teaching these girls how to dang on steal and scheme and stuff like that? They get away with about $2,300 in donations, and while the girls are sitting there trying to figure out what they gonna do with the money, Electra's counting it all the way up, and she's like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all really want. And she dang go takes the money the next day and goes to put a down payment on her motherfucking surgery. I'm like, damn. You let these girls do your damn dirty work, you know what I'm saying, and do all this right here, and you pretty much damn take the money and don't give them none of it. That was a sad case right there, and I'm like, what kind of motherly shit is that? You could at least broke them off a couple hundreds or something like that, and then let them know what you was gonna do. But you know, she kind of shady as fuck like that. Miss Electra is. And boom, let's move along. Dang on Blanca, she pretty much visits the school of dance, and she talks to the teacher about the whole struggle of everything, and she's explaining Damon's case, and the teacher's just like, you know, I really don't want to hear it. I think the ball situation is a whole distraction from Damon. Damon has a whole lot of potential that he could really reach great heights, but he's pretty much doing these balls, and I need his full focus here. And Blanca's like, oh hell no, you ain't gonna be talking shit about the balls, because the balls is where we, you know, can convene and where we dang gonna find our light and our power and stuff. And you're not gonna come down to the community. The balls is very much so helpful, and I don't like the way you fucking damn talking shit about them at this point in time or whatever. I understand dance is your world, but this is our world over here, girl, so pull it together. So she pretty much announced, like, okay, I got cuts coming up, and pretty much Damon's on the cut list. So Blanca takes her butt back to the house, scolds Damon out, and it's pretty much like, you know what I'm saying, you suspended from the balls for at least a month, okay, until you can dang on pull your shit together. Here goes some bus passes and all this right here, so you can make sure you have your butt there on time, because you supposed to be the one paving the way for all of us. And at this point in time, Damon's like, what the hell did I do? I gotta miss the ball and everything. So he storms the hell off and slams the door, and Blanca, she's kind of in her little, you know, she feels kind of bad that she had to do that, but she had to show that other kind of tough love. So at that point right there, Damon, he just is kind of feeling beat down and stuff, you know, on the inside. So boom. Let's move along. Dang on, Stan is out looking for jewelry with his daughter. He's looking for jewelry for his wife, and he's at the jewelry store, and he buys a bracelet. Then he sends his daughter outside, and he asks to look for a necklace. Meanwhile, the daughter's looking back and looking over at the counter while she's on the playground. That's where he sent her to, and sees this whole transaction that he's buying another gift. So boom, that right there happened. So we move along. Stan's wife is at the house, and she's there by herself drinking like a motherfucking dago. You don't know. She's drinking like a kid of Zodiac or whatever. And she got plenty bottles of wine that she keep popping open. And at this point in time, that she gets a knock on the door. At this time, it is Stan's boss, Matt. He comes over, and he pretty much is you know, saying that he was in the area and he was shopping because it's cheaper to shop on that side of town. Well, at this point in time, he goes to proceed, you know, like, you know, to say that, you know, Matt's this, and not Matt, but Stan is this, and he has a whole bunch of different bosses. So, you know, because the wife had asked, you know, you had him working late and everything. He's like, you know, I'm not the one who has him working late. He has plenty of other bosses and everything. And so, at this point in time, he stops over. Let's get to it. And let's go ahead and say what I got to say. You know, and he tries to be messy because Stan had pretty much let him in that he got him a little side piece. So, you know, I guess he felt like that was his opportune time to dang on slide into his wife's I ain't gonna say DM, but slide into the place, try to get in good with her, because you really had no motherfucking place at that man's house while he was not there, and she was stupid as fuck for letting you in. But I get it, because he is the one that, you know, signs the checks or whatever, or puts in the request for the checks. So I get why you let him in. You may have thought that it was business, but once you seen it going left, girl, you should have been kicking his ass out. So the boss is sitting right there, you know, talking to her and telling her that, you know, Stan is this, and, you know, how whenever you're working and all that, all you really want to do is just dang on have an escape or a getaway. And at this point, he leans in and dang on kisses her, and she's like, okay, after all this dang on fucking that you've been doing, you still don't know how to kiss a woman? So boom, at this point in time, Stan walks the hell in. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Or whatever, and he's like, no, I just stopping by. He was like, you know, don't bring your ass back by here if I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you call first, okay? So Stan, that was like that was some G shit, because that's some shit that I would have motherfucking said. All right. So boom, we at the ball, and the next category is the Stone Cold Face, and pretty much Angel wins this category. Well, now she gets first runner-up in the category because she's looking like a dang on ice princess and everything, with this nice silver on and this crown. And I was just feeling her whole outfit. She was just looking really, really good. Boom, dang on, let's move along. Blanca comes home. She pretty much tells Damon, as he's sitting in front of the Christmas trees, you know, who won the whole ball, and pretty much, you know, he tells Blanca, like, you know what I'm saying, you're a good mother figure to me, and, you know, I love you and everything that you've done for me and stuff. And he talks about, well, she talks about whenever she found out when Santa wasn't real and how it kind of changed her whole life and stuff. And then at this point right here, this is when Damon breaks down. It was actually kind of a sad tearjerker moment where he's just like, you know what I'm saying, I just want to go back to whenever I was just innocent again. And anybody that's gay And anybody that is in the LGBTQ community, if you have somebody that that you really care about, that really, especially like a family member that's close, that doesn't really agree with your lifestyle, and y'all may not communicate as well, such as him and his family, how they kicked him out or something, you could really sympathize with this whole moment, because you feel guilty for somewhat, you know what I'm saying, not living up to your family's expectation, and also, you know what I'm saying, by pretty much disappointing them and not, like I say, giving them potentially what they want. But, you know, at that point in time, Blanca pretty much consoles him and, you know, kind of, you know, reiterates to him, like, you know what I'm saying, be you or whatever, and I'm here for you at this moment. So, boom, let's move along. We got dang on Christmas Day, and pretty much Damon wakes Ricky up with some dang on breakfast and floor, and pretty much he gives Ricky his gift of these Sony somethings or whatever, and they kiss under this little mistletoe that Ricky brings down, and it was a really cute little moment. And at this point, you know, Damon's like, you know, Ricky, I'm ready to give you this ass or whatever. So he straddles over Ricky like he, you know, like he knew what he was doing and stuff. So, you know, they about to get it popping. I'm just like, I'm hoping that Damon, somebody taught you how to use a dang on fleet or something like that, because you are just that inexperienced and all that. So, you know, if not, I know that room is going to be smelling some kind of rank or whatever. But like I say, hopefully the girls done taught you on the scene all the ropes and all that, and Mother has taught you the ropes as well. So boom, let's move along. Dang on, Stan is at home with his dang on in-laws and stuff. Pretty much at this point in time, the wife pretty much accuses him of cheating, and he proves her wrong and stuff by showing that he got 2 dang on gifts, because the daughter had done let the tease out that she saw Daddy buying a second gift and all that, and it left her to believe something. While at the same time, Matt, Stan's supervisor, has already put the bug in his ear as well, put the bug in her ear as well. So they share this little awkward ass hug or whatever, and tell each other they love each other, and boom, let's move along. Meanwhile, you know, you had Angel the whole day. She was getting ready for this whole event. She was getting ready to dang on be with her boo and all that. She had done made homemade gingerbread cookies and all that. And he was pretty much a no-call, no-show on her ass. So she was pissed off, and she threw them damn cookies in the damn trash and stuff. So boom, let's move along. They at the house for the Christmas dinner and stuff, and pretty much Angel's in a shit mood and stuff. Blanca done burnt the damn turkey and everything. They had to throw this thing outside and stuff. So they go to dinner, exchange gifts. Pretty much Blanca gives all them gifts and everything. Yeah, so the gifts consist of I think she got Ricky a watch, she got Damon a pair of socks for dance class, she got Pray Tell a colored camera so he can see the world in color and no longer in black and white in his pictures and things. And I forgot what she got Poppy, but meanwhile you got Angel sitting there with her box sitting all the way in front of her, untouched, unopened, because she's just all the way out of the mood, because like I say, Stan done stood her up. So pretty much, you know, Blanca's like, you know, open your gift. So she's like, okay, why not? So she opens it with a damn fork or whatever, and she opens it to realize that it's the patent leather red pumps that she was denied as a child. So there was a really sentimental moment, because it showed that Blanca is really listening, and she's allowing her to be her true self and all that. And like I say, it was just a great moment, because everybody just kind of cried, and they did end up eating dinner. And like I say, Blanca, she's just, you T girl. I love what you're doing with the family. I love how you bringing them together, and you are one of the ones that was making the ballroom scene and pioneering for the whole community and stuff. So I really appreciate that, and that is my whole review on Pose. Yes, if you have not dang gone subscribe to the channel, please go ahead and hit the button right now, like and share, and like I said, I'll be back at you all with more reviews and stuff this week, and I love you all. Stay taking care of yourself. All right, bye.